Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, in particular my South African viewers, whom I greatly appreciate. I have been asked by several of you to have a look at South Africa again and just the next 5 years. And it is a particularly rainy and stormy day here in the Western Cape where I am, and it felt like the right mood, the right energy to do this reading. I've been putting it off because the energy hasn't felt right to do this reading, but it does feel right now. And so I'm just going to do a very simple 5-card reading, a card for each year, starting with this year, just the end, finishing this year, 2021, and 22, 23, 24, 25. So literally the next 5 years. I'm not asking any specific questions. I'm just going to let the cards talk to me, tell me what they want to tell me. I know that we're all looking for guidance, that we're all very worried. We're worried for ourselves. We're worried for our families. We're wondering about directions we should choose and what lies ahead for us. And I know also it could be worse. We could be living in worse conditions, but still tense times, tough times. And so I think we have our reading. And so let's go. Let's see what the next 5 years hold for South Africa. The rest of this year, next year, 23, 24, and 25. I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit deck for those who are interested. It's regular Rider-Waite, but with a slightly darker grade, and Major Arcana is the underlying energy for this, High Priestess in reverse, which is really a country that's disconnected from wisdom and higher self at this moment. People that are not acting from their higher selves, their higher places. It's also secrets that come out when the High Priestess is in reverse. So we could be finding out some interesting things in the next few years, things that people in power, because it's Major Arcana, things that people in power don't want us to find out, we could be finding them out. So interesting. Unfortunately, the card below that, just asking me to be shown to you, is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, which is the card, of course, of not managing resources well, of lack of resources. When it's in the upright, the Seven of Resources is return on your investment. You've worked hard, you've stockpiled, you've safeguarded your assets, you've cared for them, you've planned ahead, you've got enough to see you through. In the reverse, you're not getting a return on your investment, you're suffering from lack, you are worried about money, and your assets are not being safeguarded. They could in fact be plundered, and that of course is a story that we know very well in this country already. The secrets that could be coming out could of course be about all of that. There's a lot we already know about state capture and all of that, but it looks as if we might be finding out a whole lot more with those two cards. It also looks as if resources aren't going to be in abundant supply in the next 5 years. I'm very sorry to say that. I don't think anyone listening to this reading is at all surprised though. So how's the rest of this year going to go? Oh dear. Six of Swords in the reverse. Whoops. Six of Swords in reverse. Not being able to get out of trouble. Not being able to sail on to calmer waters. Not being able to leave. If you want to go, it's going to be difficult, because the Six of Swords is the card of international travel, literally moving overseas, traveling overseas. Of course, with the situation in the world right now, it's difficult. So if you are thinking of going, it's going to be difficult. And the country in general, the troubles that we find ourselves in at the moment are not going to end, at least this year. We're going to be stuck in it. Again, no surprise, but it does tell me that the reading is coming through as an authentic reading, as the right energy is coming through in this reading. However difficult these cards are, I have confidence in them. So, next year, what's 2022 going to bring us? Oh dear, Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands in the upright is your home, being secure, foundations are stable, and lots to celebrate. The opposite when the card is in the reverse is not going to be much to celebrate. In South Africa, foundations are not going to be stable, so things that we rely on, structures, infrastructure that we rely on, bodies, organizations that we rely on, are not going to be functioning properly. Not a surprise again, but trouble ahead. In terms of resources, in terms of structures, in terms of stability, instability, in things that we would like to rely on, to count on, to trust, to see us through, not stable. And again, it's the home card, so people leaving their homes, people deciding, I'm done, I've had enough. And I feel very emotional when I read this card now, and I see it next to the Six of Swords, the desire to leave, but stuck, the leaving. There is going to be, I think, something of an exodus next year when things open up again, as I think they are going to, and people decide, I can't stay. I can't stay in my home, however much I love it, I'm going to be leaving. And I'm very sad to see this. It's a very sad energy. And my heart goes out to all of you who are watching this reading, whenever you find this reading and watch it. So the following year, I think we're on 2023 in this card. How's it going to be going? Much better energy. Wow. Somebody powerful is going to step up and take charge. And I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. The first good energy that I have seen in the readings, apart from that one that I did on Sina van Rensburg, very early reading of mine when I was just really exploring, doing YouTube readings, just really trying to harness the energy. It's very difficult to sometimes manage this energy because I'm getting all of your energy into these readings as well as the collective energy. So sometimes things go a bit off the rails. But somebody is going to step up and somebody is going to take charge. Somebody here with the Magician has got all the skills they need to perform magic in this country. And again, I'm feeling emotional, but a whole different kind of emotion. They have the resources with the Pentacles. They have the emotional intelligence with the Cups. They have the charisma with the Wands, and they have the wisdom with the Sword. Somebody dynamic, powerful, charismatic is going to step up. So look out for new leadership coming. It's there in the energy. Stick it out for the next 18 months. 2 years' time, you're going to be seeing a whole different energy in this country. Something's going to start happening. Magic things are going to start happening. Let's see if they continue in 2024. Good news. This is the good news card, the Page of Wands. Literally, you can Google Page of Wands. Page of Wands will tell you good news. There's going to be a lot of communicating. The Page of Wands is also a card of overseas, but it's going to be that the news is picked up overseas. People are going to be emailing their friends, WhatsApping their friends and saying, hey, things are going so much better in South Africa. You can't believe it. It's amazing. This amazing thing has happened. Very dynamic energy, very positive. Here we start on our new journey. The Magician is going to turn up when we're going to start on a very new journey, a new dynamic and encouraging journey that is going to be noticed. And final card, and I'm frightened to look because I just want this energy to keep going forward. And 2025, how's this new journey going to be going? Wow, the Devil in reverse, major arcana. Major arcana. And don't be scared when you see the Devil. Be scared when you see the Devil in the upright like that, because it's a toxic situation, stuck, lies, treachery, deceit, all kinds of bad habits. But in the reverse, It's breaking those bad habits, breaking those bad cycles, those negative cycles, getting rid of the lies, freeing yourself from toxicity, freeing yourself from those people, that negative energy that has this country currently in chains, currently on its knees, tied. The devil, and it's something that I don't very often say when I get it, because I always forget for some reason, but the devil is of course the card that represents materialism. So people who are obsessed with things, money, greed, grabbing, grasping, we're going to be freeing ourselves of that energy, and hopefully in our leadership we're going to be freed from this graft mentality that people are going into leadership positions purely to get on the gravy train and ride it for all it's worth. That is going to stop. And I can't tell you how happy this reading has made me. I have dreaded doing it. I've been putting it off and putting it off. But something about the rain today and the wild storm and the wild weather and the energy shake up made me think, yeah, okay, time has come. Don't despair. There will be people who want to go, and there will be people who give up and go, and no judgment on them. Everybody has their own decision to make. But it does look as if there is going to be a change in our fortunes in the next 2 years. A new wind blowing, and some freeing, some liberation finally, some true liberation from the toxicity, from the lies, the deception, the greed, the poison that has infested this country for so long. There is hope on the horizon. And on that optimistic note, I wish you all well, and let me know how you're doing in the comments. And good luck everyone, and I'll see you on the next reading. And if you have particular topics you want me to read on, of course, just let me know. This was just a very general reading, just to start the ball rolling again.